today we've been asked to do a repairability test. So right here we found some of the wind damaged shingles. As you can see, the fasteners are all pulled. So I'm guessing that that's the wind damage. The insurance didn't show us which ones. We found a bunch of wind and a bunch of hail. So we're gonna go ahead and test this shingle right here for repairability. So in order to do that, we've marked out all the shingles that are gonna need to be unsealed for us to get the fasteners out. So we're gonna start unsealing them real carefully. This one's broken. This one's broken. Here's our test shingle we're going to try to replace. Okay. So now we'd want to get our nails out from underneath here. I'm only lifting it just enough to see my nails. And right there, it tore through. Jeff, come here with the camera. So our fasteners have torn through. And this shingle is completely, the fasteners broke. So take a look at this. You see how those are broken? So test failed. It is too brittle. It looks like either where they installed the fasteners, but that's completely broken now. And I was barely lifting on them.
Right there.
Yeah, it failed there and it broke this whole top. See that?
Yeah.
There's no nails holding it anymore. They're ripped through. And just so we could see what we're talking about here with those nails, you'll see them right here. Like they lifted right out. So the shingle's just too weak, and we're gonna keep breaking shingles as we go. Okay, so we did that brittle test. It did fail. It pulled the fasteners from the shingle above it and the shingle on the side of it, and it was gonna keep doing that the more we mess with it. So I'm gonna leave it at that. That's a failed brittle test right there. And there is good wind damage there where the fasteners have been pulled, and there's some creased shingles. But I'm gonna do a re-inspection video and show you what we're looking at on this roof. Okay, so we do have these screens here, and there is hail damage to the screens all along the home. We've documented a bunch of hail dings all over that, and I think we would need to have that at least detached and reset to do the drip edge. But even when you just get up, you see spatter all over the roof from that June storm. There's a 1-inch hailstorm we have a map for. So the June 9th storm produced that 1-inch hail. Here we've got step flashing areas in the front. I'll show you some of the stuff we've marked up here. So plenty of spatter, plenty of, just showing that hail was all over the roof. A lot of these spatters are impacted. So right here, I found some of the best ones. Here's a test square on the front slope. This is what we're looking at. There's the front slope. Here on the right slope, we've got a 2-story section, and we do have wind damage here where the fasteners have been pulled. You do have some hail damage. It's a lighter slope, but some of them are definitely impacted. Fractured the mattings. There's bad decking here also. Here's another wind damaged shingle. It's been creased at the top, fasteners pulled. And I'll get some pictures of those fasteners. On the left slope, you got plenty of hail damage and spatter as well. And then on the back, you've got a lot of wind. And it looks like most of the wind was just on 2 slopes, the back and this right side. So kind of coming in this angle. Marked out a bunch of the spatter. Here is some true zippering where the fasteners are ripped through the shingles. And I got 10 wind and 3 hail damage here. There is hail dings and collateral on this. Here's your wind damage. All of these seem to have been pulled. They are creased along the tops, actually underneath the next shingle. This is where we did our brittleness test, and it did fail. We were testing this shingle, trying to get the fasteners out. We broke that one, created a tear here, and completely broke the nail line here on that shingle above it. Plenty of hail damage here on the top of these caps, and that's a flatter cap that doesn't take damage as well. And then a really good hail hit here also that just kind of stands out at you. So as far as our vent count goes, we have 1 bracket, 2 of these rain cap storm callers bases. Here's the second one. We have 7 pipe jacks. One of them is a 3-inch lead. The other ones are these bullet boots. We got a chimney flashing. Plenty of spatter here too. And then ridge vent, we got 60 linear feet of ridge vent, including this section, that section, and the lower section.